Welcome back, my friends, to the post-installation instructional video for Ultimate Skyrim. We are just on the cusp of having a completely working installation. There's only a couple new things that we need to do. They won't take any time at all, I promise. You are almost there, and congratulations for making it through that mod list. I know that was not easy to do. So, let's go ahead and jump right in. So as you can see here, I've got my Ultimate Skyrim installation. I've already gone and downloaded all of my mods. For the sake of this example, this is a complete installation, meaning every optional mod is installed. You can also see that I have ordered my mod order and my load order according to the master mod order and load order that you saw in the last step of the manual. It is very, very important that these two panes are ordered properly. It is very important that your mods are in the correct order and that your plugins and load order is correct. I cannot stress this enough. So, assuming all that stuff is correct, we can move forward and install the rest of the stuff that we need to in order to make our configuration work. So first up on the list is 4's new idols in Skyrim, also known as FNIS. Running this is very easy. Basically, it means that all of our animations will display in-game properly. What we're going to do is, if you remember this executable dropdown, you should still only have SKSE, Skyrim, Skyrim Launcher, and TES5 Edit. What we're going to do is add a new executable to this list by going to Edit. We're going to go Title, put FNIS, and this binary, we're going to go ahead and navigate here. You're going to go Utilities, we are going to go to Mod Organizer, going to our mods this time. This is where all of our mods are installed. And we are going to scroll all the way down to 4's new idols in Skyrim, just like this. You double click this, you're going to go to Tools. You want Generate FNIS, FNIS, however you want to pronounce it, for users. And you're going to go Generate FNIS for users.exe. Go ahead, double click that, hit Add. And you can see right there, FNIS has been added to our executables list. Go ahead and close that. Now we are going to run it. Go here, we're going to scroll down, FNIS, go ahead and hit run. And we'll load up all of our mods and everything it needs. So basically what we're going to do here, this thing you really don't need to adjust a whole lot. It's just going to do its own thing. The one thing you need to click is this skeleton arm fix. So go ahead and click that. Click Update FNIS Behavior. It'll do its thing, shouldn't take very long at all. And boom, we are successfully FNIS'd. This is what you should see approximately. If you installed less mods or if you skipped a couple optionals, it might look a little bit different to this, but it should be fine. So go ahead and exit. No, we don't need to create a shortcut on the desktop. I'm going to hit no and don't ask me again. Or actually cancel, so that way it won't ask you again. And you are good to go. FNIS is installed. Next, we have to install our ENB. This is an optional installation. If you do not want to install an ENB, you can skip over this part. If you followed my directions in the mod list and downloaded the ENB that I suggested, it will be right here. That is RealVision ENB for Climates of Tamriel. I can't stop you from using other ENBs, but I very strongly suggest this one because it is absolutely gorgeous and has a wonderful balance of visuals and performance. Also, I'm giving you particular instructions on how to install this in the context of Ultimate Skyrim, so really I do recommend this one. Anyway, the first thing that we need to do is actually download the ENB files, which I have right up here, ready to go. It will be in the description link that will bring you to this page where we are downloading the 0.308 version of ENB for Skyrim. What you want to do here is scroll all the way down past the changelog to the download button, which for some reason is at the bottom of the page, but that's where it is. Go ahead and download that. We're going to open it up just like this. And now you see the ENB files. So I'm going to go ahead and minimize my internet window. Now what we want to do, just like the old days, is bring up our utilities folder. And we are going to make a new folder in utilities called ENB. So once we have that, we're going to open it up. We're going to take this download. We're going to go to the wrapper version, not the injector version. And from all these files, there are only two files that we actually want. That is d3d9.dll and ENB host. So go ahead and select both those files, copy them over. Now we have a backup of our ENB files just like we did with SKSE, and we are going to Control-C to copy those, and then we are going to go back out to our root directory, root Skyrim directory, and paste those, just like we did with SKSE. So your ENB is sort of installed at that point. There's a couple other things we need to do. So go ahead and minimize that window for now. We're going to close out this download. And now we need to, actually, no, sorry, bring your window back up with your root. And now we are going into Mod Organizer and then our mods. Once we are in this folder, you're going to scroll all the way down to RealVision ENB, which is right here. So you can double click that, go into the RealVision ENB files. You're going to scroll down to rv_launcher.exe and go ahead and run that. This fun little utility will basically handle the whole installation for us. So you hit install. It's going to say RealVision ENB files folder not found, yada, yada, yada. It doesn't know where the tesv.exe is, and it's asking for us to define where that executable is. So what we're going to do, you see here it says, please enter the drive letter of the drive where tesv is located or cancel this window and browse. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to cancel. And we are going to go, oh, we're right here. So it's Steam Apps Common, wherever your Steam Apps folder is, if you installed it through Steam, which I think most of you would have, wherever your Skyrim root directory is. Go ahead and scroll down, select tesv.exe, just like that, and hit yes. So just like that, we have a brand new ENB installation all ready to go. Now, the only line here that is very important is expand system memory x64. This must be false. This is very, very important. If this is set to true, that's a problem. So I'm going to show you what to do in order to fix that, if that happens to you. So I hit OK. We're going to go back out to our root folder, where all of the ENB files are. And we are going to scroll down to ENB local is what I'm looking for. Right here. Go ahead and open that up. And here is where you will find that line. Expand system memory x64 false. Now mine is false. If yours is set to true, you want to set it to false. This is what it should look like when you are done. When that is set, go ahead and close that, and you are good to go. That is an ENB properly installed. For our next trick, we will be installing RealShelter. This is most definitely not optional. Everyone needs to do this, so bear with me. We are going to be adding another executable to Mod Organizer. Just go ahead and slide right up here, hit Edit, and we're going to go Title, RealShelter. Let's go RealShelter Patcher. How does that sound? And for our binary, we are going back into the mods folder in Mod Organizer. If you want to know where this is, once again, we'll start with Utilities. You go Mod Organizer, Mods. Here we are. I'm going to scroll all the way down to RealShelter, which is right here. RealShelter Full Release, or just RealShelter, depending on how you named it. We go in here, and we want RS Patcher. I want to select rspatcher.bat. Go ahead and select that. We hit Add, and bam, RealShelter Patcher is right there, good to go. Close that. We're going to open up this drop-down menu, scroll down to RealShelter Patcher, and we're going to run that executable. It will work its magic. So it's going to ask us, this is a TES5 edit plugin, sort of. So you want all of these things selected. All of your ESPs. Every ESP that you have installed for your installation, you want selected. So go ahead and click OK. You can see this is RS Patch. That's actually what we're creating right now, but it's just there as a placeholder. That's how this works. So make sure all those are selected, hit OK, and it will go ahead and load up everything it needs. Okay, once that process is complete, this is what you'll see. Right here, this might look a little bit different for you if you did not install the optional ENB from step 2, but that's totally fine. Everything here, all of these default settings are perfectly okay. So what we're going to do is go to Create Patch and let it do its thing again. And, oh yeah, this is also what it's going to do. So it's going to go through your list and ask you to add all of these plugins as masters, and you're going to want to click Yes every time it asks you. Just like this. Okay, and what you will see, or what you should see at the very end of the process, are these lines right here. Successfully created your patch, apply script done, you can close this application. So we're going to go up here, we're going to close it. We'll see something saying rspatch.esp. I would recommend backing this one up as well, just that way you'll have an untouched version of the RS Patch plugin. Hit OK. And you have successfully installed RealShelter. 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 And you have su Next up is the patcher for iActivate. This is an optional patcher. You really only need this if you installed iActivate. So what we're going to do is go to our second download. Once again, you can find these in the description link below. Go to iActivate. We are going to download the iActivate patcher. Just go ahead and click download manually. Get a little window saying that we need SKSE and TES5 edit, which we do have, both of those things. Continue with the download, or consider supporting the mod author as well. We're going to pop open that download just like this. Go ahead and minimize our internet window, and we're going to open up this folder that says TES5 edit. You got edit scripts, patcher guide, all that. So I'll show you exactly where to put that. So what we're going to do, we're going to pop open our root folder once again, go into utilities. This time we are going to our TES5 edit installation. And really all we need to do here is drop this edit scripts file into this folder. That is adding the scripts that iActivate needs to run to TES5 edit's native functionality. So we have successfully installed that. You really don't need this iActivate patcher guide file. So go ahead and close that. We're going to minimize this window once again. And this time we are just going to simply run TES5 edit just like this. We're going to click run. We are going to select all of our plugins, everything we have installed, as per usual, just like this. Click OK. Let it start building these references, and we'll come back once it's finished. Okay, now that TES5 edit is finished loading all of its files, what we need to do is select all the files in this left list. So just click right at the top there, scroll all the way down to the bottom, hold shift, and click. Now we have all of these selected. We're going to right click, select apply script, and you are going to, now for me, iActivate Patchers right here because I did it not that long ago, but out of this list of scripts, right, you want to go to iActivate Patcher. And click that. Just go ahead and click OK. It says, before running this script, please be sure to read the installation section for iActivate on the Nexus. Hopefully you guys have done that, but you kind of don't have to because I'm basically teaching you how to do it right now. Go ahead and click yes. It'll pop up, I think, pretty quick here. There it is. And we are going to name this file iActivate patch. Hit OK, and it will work its magic. And we are done. So you can see here, apply script done. That means it's done its job. Mine says process records 205, but yours might vary depending on what mods you installed. Go ahead and click the X to exit out of TES5 edit. You'll see iActivate patch has been changed. Backup plugins, go ahead and hit OK. And then you will see at the bottom of your load order a brand new patch called iActivate patch. So we want to enable that, and we want to grab it, drag it all the way up here till we have our activated files. We're going to put that right underneath iactivate.esp, so that is its proper spot. And congratulations, iActivate is properly patched. Next up is automatic variants, which is another optional file. If you did not install automatic variants, you do not have to worry about this part. But if you did, I'm going to teach you how to run the patcher. So the first thing that we have to do here is define another executable for mod organizer. We're going to go to edit. We're going to type automatic variants, like so. We are going to select a binary that is located. Once again, we're backing out to, I'll start from utilities. So we go mod organizer, go to mods. This one should be right here, automatic variants. So double click that, go to SkyProc Patchers, automatic variants, and automatic variants.jar. I'm going to double click that, go ahead and hit add, and there it is, automatic variants. Go close it, and we're going to go back up to our drop down executable menu, select automatic variants, and click run. So this will bring up our automatic variants patcher. This one does require a little bit of extra finagling, or it can. So this patcher will basically load all of the automatic variants texture packs that you have installed. If you installed all of them, in this example, I've installed all of the packs. There's a couple that I suggest turning off. I really don't know why they're in there, but they bother me when I see them in-game, so I will show you which ones. First is in Insanity Sorrow. It is Skeever. It is Skin, and it's variants 13 and 14, which, as you can see in the preview in the bottom right, they are pink. I don't know why Insanity Sorrow put these in here, but I don't like them, so I disable them. All you have to do is click them and then click disable. The other variants that you're going to want to disable, if these bother you, go back up here. We can close Insanity Sorrow, go to Soonaper, AV Ports. We want to go to Mammoth. We want to go to Skin. We want to go to Pink. This will prevent gigantic pink mammoths from appearing in your game. Go ahead and hit disable, and that's done. I'm going to close up mammoths and also go to Sabercat Snow. I personally do not like this because I think it looks weird in Skyrim's kind of context, but you can leave it on if you want. I'm going to disable it, and I'm going to do the same thing with this Sabercat skin here that looks like a tiger, and I'm going to disable that. So those are the only ones that I typically disable. Everything else is perfectly fine. So we're going to do that. Go ahead and go up here and click Patch. It'll work its magic in this little box right up here. It actually might take a little bit, so we'll jump back in once it's finished. Now that Automatic Variants Patcher has finished running, once again we are going to scroll down to the bottom of our load order, and you can see we have a brand new ESP here called Automatic Variants. So go ahead and check that, grab it, drag it all the way back up to right here, right in between iActivate and Warburg's 3D Paper World map. And congratulations, Automatic Variants has been successfully installed. Next up is DynDOLOD. This is another optional file that you do not have to install. Obviously, that is what optional means. So if you don't want DynDOLOD, go ahead and skip right through this part. For those of you that do, I'm going to teach you how to do it. So the first thing that we got to do is open up our utilities folder. We're going back to the root folder here just to show you. We're going utilities. We're going to create another folder called DynDOLOD, just like that. Now we want to jump into our download, which once again you can find in the description for this video. We're going to Dynamic Distant Objects LOD, or DynDOLOD for short. You want to go to the files. You want to download DynDOLOD standalone. Go ahead and download that manually, just like this. Continue with my download. Please consider donating because Chesson is amazing. Actually, all of the mod authors are amazing, but I'll check back in with you when this download is finished. Okay, DynDOLOD, DynDOLOD is completely finished downloading. We're going to open that up. Let's go ahead and minimize our internet window here. Open up DynDOLOD. We're going to drag all of these files into the folder we created in Utilities. So go ahead and drag all of these files right into DynDOLOD, and we will be good to go. So let's pop in here, see what we've got. These are all the DynDOLOD files. Next, we have to define another executable in Mod Organizer. So we are going to X out this download. We'll minimize our window here. Let's go ahead and pop into our executable list again and go to Edit. We are going Title, DynDOLOD, and for our binary, we are going to select the files that we just downloaded. So starting from the root folder, we're going Utilities, going DynDOLOD, and we are selecting DynDOLOD.exe, not 64, only this one. The 64-bit executable Mod Organizer cannot run. So we're going to go ahead and hit Add. You see DynDOLOD is added to the list. Click Close, and we are going to run it. So open this up, scroll down to DynDOLOD. I'm going to hit Run, and it will do its thing. So it's going to load up all of these files. This might take a quick second, so I'm going to rejoin you when... Oh, no, it's finished right there. No, it's not. It's going to take a little bit. Oh, no, there it goes. I always forget how long that part takes. The next part takes quite a while. So you're going to see this page, RTFM, carefully read any messages, yada, yada, yada. I have read these, so you guys, as long as you listen to me, you don't need to bother yourselves too much with that stuff. So go ahead and click OK. And we are going to immediately click Advanced. You don't have to worry about any of this. Just click Advanced. It's going to bring up a new window. What you want to do is in this little corner pane over here, right-click and select Select All. So all of these are checked now, as you can see. I am going to select the rules for Windows. You want to click Windows right here. This is my kind of medium DynDOLOD installation. What you're doing here is basically deciding how gnarly your DynDOLOD is going to be. I like to kind of run the medium route just to make sure that I don't impact performance too much, and really medium is perfectly fine. So we're going to click Windows, you're going to click Medium, That will load up a list of rules. You see it doing stuff. So now we have this whole list populated with a bunch of stuff. These are all checked. Windows is checked, and you are good to go. Let's go ahead and click OK, and it will start doing its thing. Now, this process takes a long time, so don't worry if it's, taking forever on your machine. I will rejoin you when it's finished. Okay, now that DynDOLOD is finished finally after forever, it should pop up saying exactly what you see here. Save DynDOLOD.esp, exit, check log, or restart. We are going to go ahead and click save and exit. Oh, make sure it says DynDOLOD worlds completed successfully. You definitely want to see that there. If you do not see that, you have a problem. Go ahead and click save and exit. You want to save this file. Go ahead and, well, this one we don't need to back up the plugin actually. It's fine to leave this box unchecked for DynDOLOD because there's no other ESP besides this one. So click OK. So now we are almost done with DynDOLOD. What we have to do is go back into our DynDOLOD folder. You will see a new folder called DynDOLOD Output. You want to click that, Control-C to copy, and this time we are going back into our utilities, back into Mod Organizer, into the Mods folder, and this time we are going to paste this whole folder into the Mods folder. So hit Control-V to paste. You will see DynDOLOD starting to do its thing, or the File Explorer rather, starting to do its thing. Come on, baby. You got it. And boom, here we are. So you will see DynDOLOD output. Now when you go back into Mod Organizer, you want to go up here to this box. You click Refresh. And boom, you will see DynDOLOD output is now in our list of mods, right in between Ultimate Skyrim Wormstooth, in my case, because I have Wormstooth installed, and Overwrite. Go ahead and click that, turn it on, DynDOLOD output. You're going to go down here. Got DynDOLOD.esp, and you're going to grab that, drag it up here, put it right after automatic variants, and you are good to go. Almost. One thing that I need to tell you about, this is my own little personal bit. I have actually, in recent months, preferred leaving this ESP unchecked. The ESP itself will get you the benefits of distant windmills and waterfalls and a couple other things like that. However, I find that it causes some very strange flickering and Z-fighting in my game, so I actually leave it unchecked. As long as this is checked, the primary function of DynDOLOD is to create LODs for many objects that normally wouldn't have them in the base game, and as long as this is checked, that will still be happening. Leaving this ESP unchecked, as far as I know, will still leave things perfectly fine. You will get the core functionality. You just won't have the distant waterfalls or distant animated objects like windmills, which to me is not that big of a deal. It's my own little personal bit. Well, congratulations. You are done installing DynDOLOD. Finally, the last thing that we need to do, this is not optional, is install the Reqtificator, or run the Reqtificator and install Requiem for the Indifferent. To do this, it's very simple. We just go to our list of executables here. We're going to define a new one. You go to Edit. You want to go Title. We're going to title this Reqtificator, which is a very confusing word, but that is how it is phrased in Requiem. And we are going to go to our binary, which is located, let's go back out to the Skyrim root, as always, go to Utilities, go Mod Organizer, Mods, scroll all the way down to Requiem, probably under R, here we are, Requiem, just like this. You want SkyProc Patchers, Requiem, and the Reqtificator.jar. Go ahead and double click that, you click Add, you'll see it right there, and close. We're going to go up to our list of executables, scroll down to the Reqtificator, and we are going to run it. What this patcher does is basically takes all the content from all the mods and makes it suitable for Requiem. And we should, yep, okay, so here is a warning about our general load order. There are a couple of things like this might pop up, but that's okay. It's basically just concerned that there are other ESPs after Requiem, which normally would be a bad thing, but that's perfectly fine for our purposes. So go ahead and click Ignore from now on. I believe there is something else that'll pop up and tell me. There it is. There was no actor variations text found in any of the searched locations. If you are installing Requiem for the first time or plan to start a new game, this is of no harm to you. You can ignore that warning. That is us. So yes, this is a new game. We're good to go. And it will go ahead and do its thing, and I will rejoin you when it's finished. Okay, now that Requiem for the Indifferent has been successfully created, this is the box that you will see. When you see this box, that means that the Reqtificator has successfully created its patch. Go ahead and hit OK. We scroll down to the bottom of our load order. We will see Requiem for the Indifferent, this brand new ESP. You want to check that, grab it, drag it all the way up. And this time we are putting it right after DynDOLOD. And this is our final load order. Congratulations, you have finished installing all of the patchers and external stuff that we needed to do for the installation. You did it. The only thing left to configure now is the in-game mod configuration menu, which I will be covering in a different video. Congratulations, you've done it.